And our first main topic today gets submitted to us by Jonathan Lund. And Jonathan Lund writes, "Hey, John and Rob. The filming for Mission Impossible 7 is back underway, and it is in Norway right now, and director Christopher McQuarrie shared a breathtaking set photo with the caption, 'Action. MI7 Day 1. I can only guess that Tom Cruise will be up to his usual tricks, doing his own death-defying stunts again. What do you guys think of the set photo and the news that filming is back underway and they are still planning on filming Mission Impossible? And are they still planning on shooting Mission Impossible 7 and 8 back to back?'" All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, man. And yeah, they are back underway. I mean, we've talked a lot the last couple of weeks about how a number of high-profile projects have been going back into production, whether it was Avatar in New Zealand, it was Jurassic World Dominion was going back into production. We, of course, had the Batman go back into production, but Robert Pattinson got COVID, and so they've halted that, but they'll be back up and running soon. A lot of TV shows have been back up and running. Mission Impossible is the latest of that line to go back up, and they are get back in business again. And yes, the shot that Christopher McQuarrie shared was nothing short of awe-inspiring. This is the picture he took. Look at how beautiful that is with this clearly constructed, scaffolded ramp of some sorts that just looks absolutely nutty. And if you want to get a real sense for how nutty it is, the Daily Mail was actually able to get their hands on some more photos of Tom Cruise in harness, like up on this scaffolding, going through and rehearsing like some kind of combat scenes with a stuntman. We see Tom there. How does he look so much better in his 50s than I do in my 40s? I'm not sure. But anyway, up there, again, more pictures. But here's the crazy thing I wanted to show you guys. Again, prepping for a lot of stunt work. Now, apparently, according to some people, this is Tom Cruise, what we're about to look at. Apparently, this is Tom Cruise using that scaffolding. Apparently that's him on the bike. And take a look at this. I mean, come on. So, I mean, look, that could be a stuntman, but according to this report, and they had some closer up shots, and I got to say, it did kind of look like Tom Cruise himself doing it. Tom Cruise is back to being Tom Cruise, doing his own death-defying crazy stuff. Anyway, Rob, you had a chance to take a look at these pictures and stuff like that. What are your thoughts and reaction to this going back into production?
Dude, that is some Evel Knievel jumping the Snake River Canyon in his rocket cycle stuff. I mean, first of all, that scaffolding is huge. That is a monstrously large scaffolding. Look, I just appreciate... You know me, John, I'm the Viceroy of Verisimilitude, and I just appreciate when someone is looking to create an experience, a movie-going experience that relies heavily on, sure, there's going to be CG assist, but relies heavily on the actual physics of real life. When you're going to jump a motorcycle into the air, and you're actually jumping a motorcycle into the air. And not only that, but he's on a harness, and that harness is flying him, far away as well. So yeah, they'll probably have to use digital technology to scrub that harness away, but he's still flying in the air for real. It's amazing. It's just, I look at that stuff. Who doesn't smile? When all the craziness is happening in the world around us, it's nice to know that people that are bringing us entertainment, which God knows the world needs now, are going all out to bring us quality A-list Tiffany level entertainment. So I'm in.
Cruise had developed a few years ago this belief that, look, yes, we can do a lot with technology, but there's something you can feel in the realism when it's actually, when you do it as practical as possible. There's something you as an audience member, he believes that you can feel the authenticity of it, and it brings you in more. And I don't think that's ever been demonstrated to be true as much as when he did that halo jump. In the last Mission Impossible thing, like when it's actually him, when another camera can actually get into the face of Tom Cruise, and they're actually doing that. There's something about that when it's actually him hanging onto the side of that building or into the side of that plane taking off into the air or whatever, or even in something like The Mummy, where they took the plane up to the edge of the atmosphere, and they could do the zero gravity kind of thing. Yeah, there's something about that makes you feel even more immersed into it. And the fact that you got a guy like Tom Cruise, who is closer to 60 now than, you know, it, and the fact that he's doing that, I think it's a testimony to, number one, how much he believes in this art, and how much and number two, how much he values the experience that he gives his audience as they're doing it. And seeing him do stuff like this is just a lot of fun. It's just a lot of fun.
You know, it is. And there's a lot of people that always say to me, oh, you know, Rob, how important is Hollywood really? And Hollywood, like many other businesses, has been decimated just like so many other people. There's thousands of people out of work. There's productions have been shutting down. And I think in a way, like Hollywood, people look to Hollywood for inspiration via the entertainment, the movies and the television Hollywood makes. It's also nice to see this stunt work represents the work of a great many people, not just the fight coordinators and the stunt guys, but the people, the workers that had to build that structure, and all of the people that are wrangling. It means that a lot of people from a lot of different disciplines are back to work, you know, and it seems like they're being safe. And so in addition to being inspirational from a movie going perspective, I think it's also inspirational to see something like this open up and en masse, that people are working, and we're gonna end up getting something pretty spectacular at the end of it. So I find it inspirational on a number of levels.
Right. Now, as far as the question about are they still going to shoot 7 and 8 back to back? Because remember, there was some talk, or like a long time ago, of them shooting 7 and 8. I can't see that happening. I can't see them in the midst of the current situation going on. I can't. They probably need. They're going to have to regroup probably after 7. But I haven't heard anything on that officially. Have you, Rob?
No. But you know, if they've got certain locations that are going to be the same in both movies, it would behoove them from a budgetary standpoint to shoot. But again, haven't heard. I mean, maybe they've certainly had time to rejigger those plans. So who knows? I mean, I wouldn't put it past them, because it is Tom Cruise, it is Mission Impossible, and they don't do anything half-assed. So,
by the way, I don't know if you heard this, but apparently, so they're shooting in Norway right now. Apparently, Tom Cruise paid some unbelievable amount of money to rent this giant ship.
A cruise ship where they are keeping all of their cast and crew. So they're not even putting them in the town. They are so isolating their cast and crew to protect them from the virus. They got a ship to keep them offshore, and then they get in their boats and come into shore, shoot, and go back out and isolate on the boat. Which, again, taking extreme measures. Guys, question is, what do you think about these images and these shots and Mission Impossible 7 back at it again? What do you think about it? Are you excited about the film? Are you not? Jump down into the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. All right, guys.